anybody.
It's just entertainment purpose.
It's
It's entertainment purpose.
It's not
No.
in the case of
This
anybody.
is just entertainment purpose.
It's not in.
Hi, hotties, kettles, tea stirs. You here for hot tea? All commentary is alleged, and in my opinion, this is for entertainment purposes only. So I'm going to give a little disclaimer. This is a little messy video. People have been going around telling me about a Melometers Blacklist. So basically, there's this list that is out, and basically the Melometers blacklist certain YouTubers that they don't like, allegedly. So I've always really known about this list, but I never really paid it any attention, never acknowledged it, never went to go see it, never nothing, because it's unnecessary. I don't care. I've seen a few bloggers post about it, but other than that, I could really care less. But y'all know I watch all the bloggers, despite what one me like to think. I enjoy people's content for what it is. I just so happened to be over on Chef Dun Dun's YouTube channel because he was talking about like the Melometers in this one video. That's what it was titled. And you know, I'm going to click on any video that's talking about the Melometers, especially because I wanted to work on a video about Carson and her addressing the Melometers as a whole because of some things that she don't like certain people do. So I wanted to click on the video and watch it regardless, just because. And in this video, he started talking about a list that was made, and then he said there's this one blogger on there and she's on there, and I'm quite surprised because she's always coming for this one person, so I'm sure she's a Melometer, and I absolutely know he had to be talking about me. I just knew he had to be talking about me. And, you know, not in like a negative way or nothing like that, but I'm just sure he had to be talking about me because somebody told me that I had been added onto this list, but I never paid it any attention. So when he said it, I'm like, I think that might be me, you know, because I'm always roasting Stormy. So, you know what I'm saying? And Letitia them. So I was like, okay, this that could be me. And then he plastered it on his live. So I'm like, oh yeah, y'all getting weird. So yeah, I'm a Melometer, very heavy on a meter. Y'all know that, right? I like to think that y'all know that, but I don't care about the list. I am going to address it because some of y'all have spoken about it to me. So I do just want to address a few things when it comes to the subscribers, because I feel like you hoes can like who you want to like. And I'm not talking about the subscribers that don't be into messy stuff. So if you take what I'm saying to heart, it is what it is. Maybe you one of these hoes that I'm talking about. But as far as the subscribers, it's one thing to kind of, you know, be in the mess and understand what the bloggers got going on here and there. But to actually insert yourself into bloggers' mess behind the scenes and then try to like create dysfunction amongst bloggers just because a specific blogger did or said something that you don't like is very laughable. Like, y'all hoes need to grow up, because like I said, I'm pretty young. I like to think that I'm younger than most of the bloggers that are on this platform that are predominantly talking about reality shows and Love and Marriage Huntsville content. And I looked at my analytics, so I know how old majority of y'all are that watch my videos. So granted, a lot of y'all are young in spirit, but wiser in age. And I'm gonna need for some of you messy ass hoes to start acting like it. Because one thing about me, I'm not the regular blogger. Like, nobody's going to back me into a corner or make me feel like I have to give off a certain energy other than the energy that I want to give off. Because if you don't like the shit that I post on my platform, you can simply click off. But to hop around to other people's channels and then hop on Facebook platforms creating lists about me, you got to know anybody that name drops me gonna get fucking talked about, period. Because I don't care if you have an opinion. Have your opinion. Who cares? You know, everybody got an opinion. It's like an ass, right? We all know that line. But to be hopping over on other people's platform to discuss your opinion and sway people of their perspective of me because of something that you don't like about me. The problem with some of you hoes, and you think nobody's supposed to say nothing about it, that you that big in age acting stupid as hell. So again, you got to know you can't back a person like me into a corner, because one thing about it, if you go low, I'm gonna go to hell each and every time, and I'm not ashamed of it. So the fact that I'm on the Melometers blacklist just lets me know all it is one of you hoes that I cussed out because you said something stupid in my comments, and that's just what it is. Anybody that is actually watching my content got to know, ain't no way in hell I ain't no Melometer. Like, it's no way in hell you guys don't know that. But I'm not here to argue that point, because I think that's stupid. I don't give a damn if you hoes think I'm a Melometer or not, right? It's really about the bullying. You hoes think that because I don't have the same perspective and opinions of male like you, that you can bully me and back me into a motherfucking corner. And that's far from what the fuck gonna happen. So I was added into a Melometers block list. Like, the Melometers are supposed to be blacklisting me, and I don't think that's really happening, because y'all said that when I was at 6,700 subscribers, we at 7,000. So find you somebody else to fucking play with. But with that being said, last week, this fucking person here told me, and like I said, excuse my language, this gonna get real vulgar. I'm gonna start cleaning up the channel a little bit later on, but we gonna be vulgar a little bit in this video, because I'm calling some of you hoes out. But this person here last week took one of my videos and misinterpreted it, and I don't care the fact that they think that I'm supporting the Scots. If I was supporting the Scots and that will make you want to unsubscribe me, you a weird ass hating ass hoe, period. And there's no way you need to be on my channel. But one thing that I noticed about you messy ass subscribers, one thing that y'all maybe don't know, I really be on YouTube for real. And I really be watching content creators for real, because I like to do research. I like facts. And one thing about it, when you like research and you like facts, you're going to watch people as a whole, no matter whether you like their content or not. You do it for the research, right? So I say that to say, this funky ass person in my comments talking about, oh, I'm unsubscribing because you support the Scots, because I jokingly said that I'm going to donate to their fund. Low ass vibrational hoe. You clearly don't know how to interpret a joke, but it doesn't matter whether that's what it is or not, right? Because I don't even want to argue about, oh, I'm not supporting the Scots, because that's dumb as hell. Like, I'm not arguing that. I'm arguing the fact that you got in my comments to tell me you want to unsubscribe to my channel for supporting the Scots like a child running away from home, when your raggedy ass is hopping all around YouTube on other people's platform that doesn't necessarily like male. And again, that's not a problem. I don't give a fuck if people like male or not. But for you to get in my comments talking about you unsubscribing to me because I support the Scots, when you up in other content creators' comments that clearly support the Scots, and it's like, girl, get fucking for real and grow up and find you somebody to play with, you messy ass hoe. So yeah, my response to you, bye hoe. And I want anybody in my comments and anybody watching this video to know, you don't have to tell me you unsubscribing. If you want to go, leave. I don't need to know that information, because I'm gonna respond like this every time. Find y'all something to do and grow up. Y'all are too old to be acting like children. So run and tell that to your little Facebook group. Now, also, there's one more person that I want to address also, because this person have been going and searching high and low, throwing my name in the mud. And at first I wasn't going to address this because this hit did happen like some weeks ago. But seeing as though there's this Facebook group talking about YouTubers and the Melometers blacklisting YouTubers, I thought I'd go ahead and address this as well, considering you was one of the hoes that thought it was safe to go jump into another content creator's comments to discuss me. So I'm almost positive this particular person jumped into this content creator's comments to talk about they don't trust me because I cussed that hoe out. She got into my comments on one of my videos when I posed the question, is male copying Letitia, talking about my video is clickbait. And hoe, if you watch the video, how could it be clickbait? And that's just my question. I posed a question and I answered the question in the videos. You then got in my comments after I told you that it wasn't clickbait and said that I made a statement when I asked a question. So my thing to you is, dumbass hoe, if you're going to accuse me of something, make sure you know the difference between a question and a statement. And because of that, your big, mad, grown ass took that, right? Waited weeks to jump into Aunt Ann's, and this has nothing to do with Aunt Ann's. I shouldn't have even name dropped her, but to jump into another content creator comments to try to tell her not to trust me because you got cussed out. You need to grow up, ho. So I just feel like I wanted to bring this to the forefront of my channel so y'all understand. If you ever think that you can go and name drop me to another content creator, I'm going to address it each and every time. I'm not going to read this. Y'all can pause and read, but you have to understand. I'm going to take it to hell each and every last time because a lot of y'all take what I say and intentionally misinterpret what I said to fit your narrative because you don't like how I deliver certain information. And I can care less, honestly. So here are the rules. If you want to unsubscribe, go ahead and fucking unsubscribe. You don't have to comment that in my dang on comment section. And another thing, if you want to unsubscribe because you don't like my content and you don't like me and you don't like how I addressed you, you do not need to go to other content creators to name drop me. Keep the energy that you have for me in your heart, in your mind, like I live rent free. And if anybody thought I went too hard, I can care less because I'm tired of people trying to back me up into a corner because they don't like the way I deliver certain information. I've been very thorough with everything that I've brought to this channel. So for y'all to try to go and throw my name in the mud just because you don't like me or try to make me out to be something that I'm not just because you don't like me is very off-putting. But ho, just understand, like, I'm gonna address it every time. Like, I don't care. So while you behind Facebook channels and doing the most, make sure you have the energy. So I'm not saying that these two people that I addressed in this video are the two people behind those Facebook groups and are the two people behind the actual list. But what I'm saying is they got enough energy to comment what they're commenting and then jump around to other people to reassure that their opinion sticks on everybody. Like, get a fucking life. And one more thing before we get into the next topic, I'm tired of people trying to group Melometers as one person, like we all think the same, we're all the same, we all do the same shit. Everybody is different. Just because you're a fan of somebody does not mean we ultimately live by the same rules, morals, compass, things of that nature, right? What one person do in another person's fan base does not mean that person that is over the fan base will do the same thing. Like, y'all really need to grow up and be smarter than what y'all are portraying yourselves to be. Like, everybody keep throwing Melometers this, Melometers that, Melometers this, Melometers that. Like, I'm smart enough to know that, granted, maybe the person that created that list is a Melometer, but that is not Melometers as a whole because guess what? My channel is growing. They're watching my channel. Y'all know where I am. Y'all know my opinion on things. So I feel like at the end of the day, this is just a person who is a Melometer that got upset because I cussed their ass out. Period. That's what it is. Like, you're mad because you got cussed out. Like, I cussed you out and you a Melometer. And you think because you a Melometer and I'm a Melometer that I'm not supposed to cuss your ass out. But that's just what it is. You got cussed out. Grow up. Get over it. I think you're stupid and I think your list is stupid and I don't think it's affecting me at all. So there you go. You look dumb. And for any of the Melometers that look at these things and just go with it, like, yeah, like, you looked at that list, you saw me on that list and you watched my videos and you was like, yeah, you know what? She isn't for the Melometers. Or let's say you never watched my videos, which I don't know. Let's say you never watched my videos and then you saw me on the list and then you went to my channel and then you started watching my content. It's just no way in the hell that you watch my content. That is no way that you can say that I'm not pro-male. And I'm not necessarily saying like, oh, you all gotta be pro-male. I'm just saying, like, I am a Melometer full throttle and I don't care. Like, I let it be known that I low-key be biased in a lot of my content because when you look at the scenario of these things play out, there's no other side to be on. Like, if you look at the relationship relationship with Mel and Walkie Talkie, there's literally no other side to be on. Of course, I'm biased with when it comes to that situation. Like, she's not doing anything to that man to require to get the type of stuff that she's getting from him. And then when it comes to bias between Mel and Slarion, who other side would I be on? Like, let's be for real. When it comes to bias between Mel and Letitia, who other side would I be on as a loving wife? Like, be for real. Like, be for real. And then when it comes to just Stormy and how she playing and acting and carrying on, who other side would I be on? So if we're talking about like bias, I guess you can say I'm biased, but to me, the way that Mel is acting and behaving makes sense. So that's what makes me a Melometer, and I think that's what most people like that watch the show, I think that's what makes them say that I'm biased, because to me it don't make sense. None of them other people, they just don't make sense to me. So that's it for my rant. What I wanted to talk about was Carlos is coming out with his other franchise of Love and Marriage, and that is the Love and Marriage Detroit, which I think this is a good thing. He needs to pack up Letitia, Marceau, and the other Scott that don't nobody really care about, that think he's MLK, and he needs to take them back to Detroit, and he needs to go ahead and film with them, and he needs to let Mel do Love and Marriage Huntsville and recast that entire thing. Get rid of Stormy, add on Carson, and we gonna keep Neil, okay? Make Neil more of a main character. We gonna keep Tiffany, we gonna keep Kiki, we gonna add a few other people, friends of the show, and we gonna get it popping. I'm not mad at that. Take my advice, Carlos. Also, one thing that I wanted to talk about was Stormy. So Stormy is trying to change her image while everyone is, I guess, throwing smoke at Carson. But Stormy will get back to you, love. So Stormy is sending random text messages out, y'all, like a weirdo. Y'all get in the comments and let me know what you think about that. She just trying to do damage control while nobody's paying her any attention. And then let me know what you think about Slarion asking people should she go live and talk about it. Like, you've never cared any other time. You didn't care when you exposed that you were sleeping with the lady husband. Like, go ahead and expose you in this situation. Like, let us know what the tea is. You never cared any other time. But y'all get in the comments. Let me know what you think about what I said as far as the Love and Marriage Huntsville cast. You don't have to comment on my whole rant about the subscribers and the Melometer Blacklist, because you just don't have to. But that's just a rant that I wanted to go on, because people gonna stop motherfucking playing with me.
Yeah.
It's just entertainment purpose.
It's not.
It's just entertainment purpose.
It's not.
In the case of anybody.
This is just entertainment purpose.
It's not.